Lions fans, are you ready for another round of incredible news? Our team's historic season is generating a lot of buzz, whether due to the impressive records or the bold decisions made by the coaching staff. There's controversy surrounding the management of players in games and a heated debate about what's coming up in the final stretch. Want to know what's happening behind the scenes? Stay tuned and leave a like because this news is unmissable. The Detroit Lions are rolling this season, folks, and the scoreboard isn't just lighting up, it's straight up overheating. With 3 wins by at least 38 points, the Lions have tied an NFL record for the most blowout victories in a single season. But with all those big leads, a question has popped up. Why isn't backup quarterback Hendon Hooker slinging it more when he gets on the field? Hooker has seen action in these blowouts against the Cowboys, Titans, and Jaguars, logging 33 snaps total. He's been efficient, completing 6 of 9 passes for 62 yards, but fans hoping for him to unleash some rockets downfield have been left wanting. Instead, it's been a steady diet of checkdowns, handoffs, and clock management. Offensive coordinator Ben Johnson addressed the situation this week, and his answer was as practical as it gets. It's invaluable for him to get out there with the lights on and fans watching. It's not practice anymore, Johnson said. But there's a twist. I want to let him throw some passes, sure, but we're not here to disrespect our opponents. It's a balancing act. Translation? The Lions aren't trying to run up the score. They're handling business and getting Hooker valuable reps while keeping the game respectful. In fact, Hooker's biggest moment so far came in Week 11 when he connected on a 21-yard pass to Khalif Raymond against the Jaguar. Other than that, it's been vanilla. The Lions have been focused on winding down the clock and avoiding unnecessary drama, even as outside critics accuse them of piling on. Head coach Dan Campbell summed it up nicely this week. Figuring out how to manage blowout wins is a great problem to have. The Lions aren't looking to embarrass anybody. They're just so good right now that it's making people uncomfortable. And when your offensive coordinator confirms that the approach is deliberate, it's clear they're all about professionalism, even in domination mode. So, fan, what did you think of this situation? Comment below, but don't leave, because the next news is even more shocking. The Detroit Lions are sitting pretty at 9-1, with fans dreaming of that glorious #1 seed in the NFC. But as we inch closer to playoff time, the chatter is inevitable. Will Dan Campbell rest his starters if the Lions lock everything up early? Here's your answer. Don't hold your breath. Campbell has made it crystal clear he's not a fan of giving starters the day off unless it's absolutely necessary. And it's not just about stubbornness. It's all about momentum. Campbell's philosophy? Good football carries over. He doesn't want his guys taking their foot off the gas, and that means playing through to the end of the season unless the situation absolutely demands otherwise. You want to finish strong, playing efficient football, Campbell said recently. It bleeds into the next week. I'm never pulling guys early just to pull them. It's about rhythm and keeping that rhythm alive. Translation? If you're expecting the Lions to coast into Week 18 with their starters chilling on the sidelines, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Here's another wrinkle. If Detroit lands that #1 seed, they'll already get a playoff bye week. Giving the starters 2 weeks off could be a disaster, turning that well-oiled machine into a rusty one just as the stakes get higher. Sure, health matters, but Campbell clearly believes losing momentum is a bigger risk than a couple of extra snaps in late-season games. Let's not forget last year, when the Lions wrapped up the NFC North, heading into Week 18, with no shot at improving their playoff seeding. Even then, Campbell wasn't interested in benching anyone. His response? When we're done with the season, they'll rest. I promise you that. Boom. End of story. So, Lions fans dreaming of a full-game showcase for the backups, you might need to wait for preseason 2024. For now, Campbell's squad is riding high, and he's not about to mess with the mojo. It's full steam ahead, and honestly, with how this team is rolling, why would you want it any other way? Look, I see the Lions' decisions as a clear sign of total focus on the title. Whether in the choices with the reserves or in the final stretch, Dan Campbell is showing that the team doesn't want to lose pace for anything. What do you think? Do you feel the same way? Comment below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue following this historic season.